Spencer Schrader is going to have the honor of getting us started. And here we go from Indy. LeJohntay Wester to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
They'll start this series with an option left. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's second down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. The left side caught by Andrews. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
First down, here's Lamar. Complete, Derrick Henry. And they bring him down around the 34.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Now Jackson. He'll set up the screen for Henry. Oh, he rocks that tackler. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
From the pistol, Henry trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Colts take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. So what happened there, partner? It looked like he found an early rhythm on that opening series until that last throw.
Yeah, fine line between confidence, which he certainly had, and rhythm, and then also just unwise decision-making, forcing that pick.
So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And they're brought up by the 6th overall pick in 2019, one of the highest drafted Blue Devils ever, Daniel Jones.
Jones has had a tumultuous career. That's with a capital T, by the way, that continues to have some ups and downs. Maybe part of that's playing under the bright lights in the big city of New York, but he's had some tough outings. He's had some brilliant outings. He's had some ups. He's had some downs, but he did take a team to the playoffs, and he's got to use that experience, build off of that confidence to do it again.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Up the sideline, past the 40. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know It can set the table for more.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. On first down, Jones. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's second down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they nearly picked up the first down with that effort. Ball advances to the 45-yard line.
Brings up third down.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Jones running sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him an out to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of 2. And the Colts first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Taylor hit and the ball is loose. The Ravens pick it up. He cuts to the right, finds open field. Excellent return here as they get the football, and they're going to take over on the opposing side of midfield.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away from you. Right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. Well, they get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On first and 10, it's Henry. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
On 4th now, on comes Tyler Luke, going to try this field goal for the Ravens. Needs a good amount here, too, 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
Kudos to that defense. Seriously, Kate, coming in that situation where your offense just fumbles the ball away, there's no sulking, there's no pouting, it's time to step up and do your job, and they did just that.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Ashton Doolin now to return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones to throw. Going with the screen to Taylor. Shoves one away. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Now here he goes. They're across the 40. Nice run here. And Jones slides down with enough to move those chains.
It's a gain of 20.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set to go now from the 35. Pistol now for Jones. Complete out to the right side. And this one doesn't go far.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Taking it by Downs, left side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Ravens bringing out an extra defensive back on this 3rd down play. From the shotgun, it's Jones. This finds its target. That's Taylor. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. To throw again, it's Jones. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Again, Jones to the air. Brought in.
Jones pass. Complete to Tyler Warren. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Time for the 2nd quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. They'll motion a tight end left. 3rd and goal for Jones. No place to go. Ravens take him down. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Western on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Baltimore running its offense out now. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Jackson off the play action. Finds the in route complete. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. Has some daylight through the 40. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down. It's a gain of 17
That's just
yards.
not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
On 1st down, Jackson finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
Pretty even match in this 1st half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that can go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Lamar now from the gun. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. This one's to Andrews outright. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. It's downfield. He's got it. And he will get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 52 yards. And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The stop was made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first two plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only one play away from putting points on the board.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down carry for Taylor. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
13 yards on the
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Get it to Downs on the RPO. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Pressure comes, Jones. He's got it. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts get some late points and the lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. Troubles with the snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's Western on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Jackson throwing here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Here's second and 10 from the 21. Throwing again is Lamar. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Third and long. They're going to throw. Ooh, put some air under this one. Right side. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked up by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts will take over along the midfield stripe after a terrific return on top of that interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. They'll get it right at midfield following the INT. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Working from the gun, here's Jones. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Jones now to throw. In trouble now, and the ball is out. But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. And if I get that first cut, I can make him bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. That forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Had a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Colts as they've got it to begin the second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Right side, this is wheeled in by Warren. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Jones. Connects with the open man downfield. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Jones setting up the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was Tyler Warren. And now they face 2nd down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. That's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
He's down to the 36 with almost enough for that first down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. He tries to sneak it, and he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
From the gun, Taylor. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Taylor again. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's Western on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They're down 13-3 as they take over. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
From the gun, a run for Henry. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. JT Tuimoloau, national champ at Ohio State. There on the tackle.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 from the 43. Out of the gun, Henry. Still has some space inside the 35. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Read option on first down. He's going to keep it. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Running once more with Henry. And they'll fight ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
JT Tuimoloau on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Another run for Henry. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. 4th down, here's Jackson. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
It's 2nd and inches.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Jones going to do it himself. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Colts who hold the lead. Not a big one, though. Trying to carry this one through the final whistle. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
They go play fake with Jones. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. Taylor now, up the middle. Still has some space inside the 35. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead.
Colts 20, Ravens 3.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's Western on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. We see the Ravens making their way out now. They liked how that drive was going, but the ND and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held the line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Oh, he's going for it again. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
He's going to get this to the opposing 41. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? You put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. But I think Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Here's Henry on the option. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
27-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Changing it up here, Jackson. That pass pulled in by Henry. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. He knocked him back across the line.
Jackson now on 3rd. Looking right, and he finds him. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left, and oh, he got it. Interception. Picked off by Cameron Bynum.
Okay, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They go again with Taylor. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
First down.
I bet you, Kate, if you went back and studied all these runs in the NFL over a course of a season that gained significant yardage, there are plays just like that one where you've got to break a tackle to go eat up those yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
First down.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts can rest easy with a 3-score lead. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On first down, it's Jones to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. They're going to pass it here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Colts, first down. First and 10.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Taylor gets it on first and 10. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Brought in right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And it was a maestro of a performance defensively, limiting them to only 1 field goal. Playing shutdown football like that, Brock, it is no surprise they came away with the win. And I think you'd agree, we see some more lockdown football in their future. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.